Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Dividends Friday with Sean Holmes, where we look at the news around us and try to find good investment opportunities. Protests in Hong Kong continues. This is one of the big news around right now because Carrie Lam just announced that the extradition bill is dead. Now, what is the extradition bill? In case you do not know, let me give you an example. In primary school, I have a classmate of mine who lives near me, and occasionally I will go to his house to play after school. It's rumored that his parents do not tolerate any exam papers with a score less than 95 out of 100. If he scores 94 and below, he will be whipped with the cane. Now, I'm proud to say that I do not score more than 95 most of the time. In fact, I will just get a passing mark. So basically, when I enter his house with the bunch of test paper in my bag, I'll be breaking the law of their house if I'm their child. But thank God I'm not their child, so I'm safe. But if my parents have an extradition agreement with their parents, they can literally get my parents to send me back to their house to be punished because they suspect that I broke their rules in their house. Now, with the kind of results that I'm getting, I will be executed back there, okay? This may not be a perfect example, but basically, if someone committed a crime in a foreign country, an extradition agreement will allow the foreign country to get the lawbreaker back and be punished based on their terms, be it jail term or even capital punishment. So what happened was, Hong Kong actually launched a proposal with China to allow extradition back to Greater China. With that, a lot of Hong Kongers became very unhappy and they protest on the streets because they are afraid that they may be summoned back to China for no valid reasons. Now, with a lot of protests, there's negative impact because business are affected, safety is affected. Can we find investment opportunities in this chaos? As I follow the news, I can't help but notice one thing. If millions of people are protesting on the street, most business will be negatively affected except for a few. Think about it. During the protest, there will be plenty of demand for water, mask, and even umbrella. Where do they get this from? Yes, convenience store. Upon investigation, the leading convenience store chain in Hong Kong is 7-Eleven, but they are not listed. So let's look at the second big boy. They are called Circle K. And Circle K belongs to Convenience Retail Asia, ticker symbol 831. When I studied into Convenience Retail Asia, I was surprised to see that their business is mainly created to support protests. So is this a conspiracy by Convenience Retail Asia? Firstly, they own more than 300 chains of Circle K. In Circle K, they sell products like beverages, umbrellas, masks. Strangely, these are all designed to support the protests. And who would name a convenience store Circle K? There's a hidden message for the protestants to keep circling around and protesting. And why K? According to the Woodbridge Dictionary invented by myself, K has a negative connotation. It means to kill or to violently injure. So for example, if you don't subscribe to this channel, I will K you. So is this a coincidence? How convenient. Now you can see that because of this, their revenues has been increasing steadily and their income has been stagnant in recent years. This may be the reason why they are involved in staging the protests. They also have a bakery chain named Saint's Honoree. This is interesting. When I searched for the word honoree, I found this in the Urban Dictionary. Honoree is an amazing girl and so on and so on and so on. Now this may seem normal, but the example is weird. Honoree took all my food at lunch. Again, could this be an attempt to evoke the anger of Hong Kongers with the cost of living, the price of housing and food, the main cause of frustration? This allows the company to position themselves as a good investment as they have been giving out consistent dividend over the past 10 years. One thing to note that is in 2015, their payout ratio was more than 100%, meaning to say they paid more than they have made. It dropped below 90% in recent years, but this may be also the reason why they launched their e-commerce website called fingershopping.com. And when you look at the website, they are pushing out skincare and healthcare products. This is interesting because you can see one of the protesters' tags. They say that they are in 35 degrees hot sun, walking for 8 hours with 2 million protesters. What do you think ladies are concerned about after being 8 hours in hot sun? Yes, skincare and healthcare. So you can see that they own convenience store, they own bakery, lucrative skincare products, and why do they still stage a protest? One concern is their net margin is only about 2.7 to 4.6%. The thin margin is mainly because they are retail store. So in order to be profitable, they need huge volume. And therefore, what else better to do than to stage a protest so that people can walk through and into their convenience and bakery store? Now, if you're still not convinced by now, let me give you a solid evidence. They even own publications. When I visited their website, mingbao.com, what do I see? The top news, extradition. Now, there are so many things to report on. For example, the bottle cap challenge, or even our YouTube has crossed 40,000 subscribers. But well, their interest is in the extradition news. Why? Is it a conspiracy? Well, because of the protests and the millions of people, that's the reason why their debt is zero. So if you buy into the conspiracy theory and think that this company is a good investment, their current valuation in terms of dividend yield hovers around 4%, which is not bad an entry price. The concern is this: can they continue to sustain their revenue? Can they continue to have more conspiracy and evoke more protests? Now, that I'm not too sure, but personally, one thing that I sincerely hope is that Singapore do not have an extradition agreement with Hong Kong. So, if I'm still around by next Friday, I'll see you around to tell you more interesting facts and conspiracy theory where we can find more investment opportunities. I'll see you next Friday, hopefully.